Welcome to day 3 of the 3-day Copy to Cash Challenge. I'm John Benson, CEO and creator of Benson AI. And today is all about one of the coolest tools ever. It's called Cloner. You know, it almost didn't make it into Benson, but at the last minute we put it in. I'm so glad we did because it is a crowd favorite. I'm going to show you how Benson can take any copy that you like, even if it's from a totally different niche, and instantly convert it into copy that you can use yourself. Now, why is that so powerful? Well, I want you to imagine this. You see an ad repeated a lot on YouTube or Facebook, or maybe you see an email campaign that you absolutely love, or you know that a VSL or a sales letter is really converting and you want to decode what they're doing in the, say, first 1,000 words of their sales letter or VSL to make their readers stay glued to the screen and to take action. Well, then Cloner is going to be your best friend when it comes to that and a lot more. In fact, with Cloner, you don't even have to select a framework at all, as you saw in day 2. You can all but create your own frameworks, your own campaigns, even entire webinars if you want, all with copy and paste. Now today we're going to clone a promotional email, one we're going to find online. Then we'll clone a successful YouTube ad and turn it into our own. And I'll show you how I find those successful YouTube ads, a little bonus training here. Then we'll even create our own framework for a website. And then finally, I'll show you how to save and edit your clones. So let's start with a simple email. I'll go online and search for promotional email templates. Let's do it right now. Okay, so you can see I can see a lot of different email examples. I can click on any of these at all. And I scrolled through here before we started filming and I found one from this very search, and I'm just gonna copy and paste it in here. And this is simple, okay? What are the best promotional emails? What are the types of promotional emails? And they give examples of each email down here. So what can I do with Cloner? Well, I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna scroll down here to event promotional emails. Let's say that I have a webinar coming up. Now, Benson has lots of webinar stuff, but let's just pretend it didn't, or pretend that I know that this is really converting, or that I just really like this one. Now, this is kind of cool. I'm just gonna copy this right here. We've got something exciting coming up for you. I'm gonna scroll down here. I'm just gonna copy this all. Then I'm gonna come back over here to Benson, and I'm gonna click on Cloner. Clicking on Cloner makes you select your blueprint. Since we were doing all that stuff with memory, let's use that. And we can use the memory for college students. Doesn't matter which one we choose. All I do is copy and paste right into Cloner. That's it. Now, this has nothing to do with memory. As you can see, this has nothing to do with this. Is D2C branding and all this kind of stuff. But if I click the magic button, watch what Benson does. Boom. That fast. Okay, now let's look at this here. In our next memory mastery session with Alina and Jake, now where did they get Alina and Jake? If you go over here to the original, you can see it's coming up with names. It's coming up with different names, so it doesn't know what your names are going to be. And if it can't find names, Benson's going to just make up names, and you could put in the names, like with me or with John and David, whatever. And then it talks about Alina is a cognitive scientist. Jake is our seasoned memory coach. It's all completely translated into stuff you can use, and look how unique it is. 51% unique. Okay, if you hit try again, you'll see that it can do it over and over again, and the more you try, it'll start getting a little bit more unique each and every time. In our live webinar, we'll cover effective study techniques, strategies to increase your brain power, how to ace exams, okay? Everything that we were talking about, it's pulling from your blueprint, rewriting this whole thing, but keeping the persuasion structure and patterns, and we call it a persuasion matrix, inside winning copy, instantly converting it to copy that you can do. You can paste up to 1,500 words into Cloner, which means you can grab an entire sales letter lead, you can grab an entire email sequence, it's up to you. Now, one trick that I like to say with people that are using Cloner is I like to pick offers like this that are actually not in my niche. I wouldn't want to find a memory offer and clone it for a memory offer. It's going to be too similar. I want to find something I know is converting really, really well, or that I really like, that fits my voice, whatever it may be, and then clone it from a different niche. So this is a completely different niche, and Benson is then forced to interpret what is the analog for primary goal here, secondary goals here, secondary goals here. It has to figure it out, it has to think, and it's really, really good at this. It's really good at thinking and going, okay, based on what this person wrote in their blueprint, what fits here, what can I replace, and what can I rewrite to make it all flow together. That's what you just saw in seconds. And all I have to do is save this, is click the save button. I can give it a name I can remember, say Memory Webinar, and I'll start a project called Memory Webinar. Click the blue bar to save it. Boom. And then once I have it saved, the same rules apply that applied to day 2. I can come in here and refine it. I can come in here and rewrite it. I can come in here and refocus it. I can turn it into even more of my own copy. And as you can see, this is part 1. I could create a whole series of Memory Webinar emails just from cloning emails that I like from other marketers that talk about a webinar. I can find ones that I attended. Like I might have a webinar series that look, oh, this email was so killer. I attended this webinar, so I think it's pretty good. I'll clone it, turn it into your own. And as long as that uniqueness factor is over 25%, you're golden. And Benson won't even, it'll turn orange if it's under that. So I've rarely ever seen it go under that. So choose things that are outside of your niche. That's the best thing. You'll get 50 to 75% uniqueness, which is basically a completely different piece of copy. That's one way to use Cloner. Okay, now let's do something even more ambitious. Let's clone a YouTube ad. Now, cloning YouTube ads is just as simple as what you saw here, but I'm going to show you how to find winning YouTube ads, and it's really cool. So you're going to get a little extra bonus training in this session. Now, first of all, you want to make sure that you're using an incognito browser unless you want what I'm searching for or you're searching for to show up in your normal YouTube channel all the time and get bombarded with YouTube videos about this. I personally don't. So what I've done is I've created an incognito window over here in a different browser. And an incognito window is just a private window. You just go in here, say new window, private. And I'm going to use YouTube. Go to YouTube, youtube.com. And I'm going to search for a topic of an ad I can clone. So let's do ChatGPT. No, I know, it's blasphemy. ChatGPT, I thought you were Benson. Well, okay, we're just going to pull AI and see what it comes up. Now, what's going to happen is when I type in ChatGPT into YouTube, it's going to find ads that we pretty much know are working. But I want to choose a conversational video, like how to use ChatGPT for beginners, right? And I'm going to show you why I want to choose that. It's going to play an ad right off the start. Now, chances are very great that this ad has something to do with AI, otherwise they wouldn't be placing it. So I'm going to make sure that it is in fact running an AI ad. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to play this. It's talking about an Ivy League, top 25 universities. Okay. Now, this is a GPA ad, so that is not what I want. So I'm going to choose a different video. And by the way, sometimes you're going to find out things like, you're going to see things like this where there's not an ad, and that's perfectly okay. You can either play it longer or just go to your next one. Okay, it took me a little while to actually find an ad. Usually it doesn't take this long, but finally I clicked on a YouTube video that played an ad. Now, there are probably faster ways to do this, but I want to get this tutorial filmed for you ASAP, so I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way, hunting and pecking, okay? So I've come across this ad here. As you can tell, it's playing at the start. So how do you tell where this ad is? How do I get a transcript for the ad without getting the entire video? Well, there's a cool little trick I want you to see. If you right-click, okay, right-click on the YouTube right here, on the video itself, and click Stats for Nerds. Don't let that insult you. It did me. You're going to see up here some source codes. And if you copy this little code right here, you can go to the video where this ad is located. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to paste that in this watch V equals, and I'm going to paste it right over that code and click return. It's going to take me to the ad itself. How cool is this? I know pretty much for sure it's going to be working, but I want to make sure. So how many views has it had? It's been up for 4,000 views, 1 month. So I might dig around some more and find one that's even longer and better, but that's not bad. It's certainly not bad. But let's say I really do like this ad. Well, I can grab it and use it very easily, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I just clicked the More button, and you can see Show Transcript right here. I'm in Safari to do this. Now, all browsers are a little bit different. As you can see, the transcript is right here. All I have to do is just copy. You can do this in many different ways. You can just copy the whole thing. I'll scroll down here. Okay, I'm just going to copy this right here, boom, and then I'm going to come right back over into Benson. I'm going to go over here to Cloner, and I'm going to say Memory Ad YouTube Clone. Paste this right in here, and notice it's got timestamps in it. I'll show you how to get the timestamps out using ChatGPT, but sometimes Benson will take them out, sometimes it won't. Click the magic button. Blueprint is required, of course. So I'm going to go back to my college students. Sometimes even I make those mistakes, so don't feel bad. But boom, it took it out. I didn't have to do anything. But if in case you wanted to take it out and it doesn't take it out, you can go to ChatGPT and just say remove timestamp. So pretty easy to do. But now look at this. Generic studying methods, taking supplements for memory enhancing, relying solely on natural intelligence. You've read dozens of hundreds of articles. Okay, it's not working. Notice it's talking to a college student. It's 55% unique from the ad that just ran, and we know that ad is working well. Now, if you want to do a little more ad research, you can find ads that have millions of views and do the same exact thing that I just did and clone and create your entire ad campaign around ads that are currently working. Or, of course, you can go back to day 2 and see how we did it. They're already in the frameworks. You can just select the framework, use the ad generator. But if you love an ad, or if an ad's really hot right now, this is exactly how you grab it and you use it. Okay, finally, let's step it up a notch and use Cloner to create our very own framework, meaning we're going to create multiple components using Cloner. And let's say that I need a certification course. Let's do a certification course website. Let's go find one. All I'm going to do is type into Google certification course website. Pretty simple. I'm going to actually search even more specifically for coach certification course. I'm going to do this search right now. And as you can see, I see a lot of course certification courses. I went here and I found one that I liked on this search because it's a friend of mine. She's awesome. So boom. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break this up into chunks because AI works better in chunks. I could clone the entire website, just copy, paste, clone it. But I want to create my own framework using Cloner. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is look at the website and go, okay, where's the introduction? In other words, the lead is what we call that. Here's about the course, right? Here's the features, in other words. Here's about the people, right? And here's more into this is more of the curriculum. So pretty simple. Let's divide it into 4 sections. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. It's copy and paste 4 different times. So I'm just going to select this right here down to the start of what we call the end of what we call the lead. And I'm going to pop over here into Benson and I'm going to clone that. So we're going to go back into Cloner. Click here. I'm going to click to original so I can just clone over that. I would have saved that earlier, but I was doing a demo. So I'm just going to copy that in here now. Now I can clone something brand new. Okay, so I copied the lead. I'm going to come back over here to memory, my memory course for college students. Copy and paste, click the magic button, and away we go. Boom. I have a memory lead using a lead that I know works for a sales page that I know works. Done. Are you struggling to remember information for exams? Do you feel overwhelmed by studying and fear of failing? Notice it's completely targeted to students. Thousands of students just like you have transformed their academic performance. I'm good. Now I can edit this, of course. It's 72% unique. It's like a completely different piece of copy. I'm going to save this and I'm going to create, I'm going to call this the lead, and I'm going to create a project called Memory Offer Website. Click the blue bar, click save. I'm putting the lead in here. So the lead is now in there. Then I'm going to go back to Cloner and do the same exact thing that I just did for those other sections. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to grab this other section of copy. Program at a glance. And I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. Come back over here. Click the magic button. Boom. It's that simple. Onward and so forth we would go. We would do the same exact thing for all 4 sections, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to just do 2 of the 4. And I'm going to say this is going to be the About section. And that's going to go into my memory. I can pull it up like this. Offer website right here. Now save this, and the second section is ready to go. Here's my first. Here's my second. And I can come in here and edit anything I want to edit. I can come in here and I can rewrite something. I can come in here and rephrase the entire thing. I can make it more hard-hitting. I can nuke the cheesy words. I can do anything I want. Personality enhancement. If I want it to be a little bit more personality rich, Benson will do it. Boom. That fast. Super fast. There we go. I'll replace that. Done. That means it's even more customized to you. If you use a few refiners on these clones, it's going to be indistinguishable from the original clone. So I would just do that two more sections. I would do the story section, I would do the curriculum section, and I've got my own framework now for a memory offer website that I know works. Let's say that I did, and I love that website. Boom, I've got it. Or I could, of course, use the techniques that we covered in day 2 to create all of this from scratch. Okay, you have one more task for your 3-day copy to cash challenge. I want you to find a YouTube ad like I showed you how to do, maybe one that you know, maybe one that it comes up while you're watching a video. It doesn't matter. One that preferably has thousands or even millions of views. Clone it for your own business. Then you can walk away today with an ad that you could shoot tomorrow and possibly start seeing more ad revenue in just a couple of days. Now, if you don't want to do that, just find any email that you like and clone it, then play around with it. Maybe even send it out. See how much better your opens and your clicks are. That's the goal here with Benson, to increase your sales without ever needing to hire a team of copywriters or become one yourself. And hey, if you are a copywriter like me, then you've really discovered the ultimate power tool that just helps you grow your business and makes your life a little bit easier. Now, this 3-day challenge was meant to be pretty meaty. Hopefully you learned a lot, but even then, it's only a fraction of what Benson can do for you as well. To unlock its full potential, be sure to join our next live coaching call. You can see the schedule on the left-hand side of our Circle community group, and I hope to meet you personally on the next call. Thanks, and be sure to keep clicking the magic button.